Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time, and it's just been announced, the energy price cap, which I've been worrying about for as long as I can remember now. Has been announced. Ofgem, this is British news, so if you're from around the world, I don't know if it affects you, but Ofgem are the people that dictates the prices of our energy. That's it. And there's a new energy price cap that's coming into effect in April, which effectively triples our bills. It triples our bills. And they're putting this down to unprecedented demand for gas and the rising global gas prices. And it's pushed up the energy price cap by 54%. So what does this mean? Now, I'm borrowing this from the ITV News website because they've done all the maths for me. It means that if you've got an average bill, say it's £1,277, which is roughly what we pay, you're going to see that go up to £1,971 per year. That's an increase of £693 if you're on a standard meter, whereas if you're a prepayment customer, and those people are usually the people with the least money, you're going to see it go up from £1,309 to £2,017. That's an increase of £708. And now the ridiculous thing in the last few years in the UK, we've extracted unprecedented amounts of gas from our own supplies and oil as well, but it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the companies that do the extraction, and then that gas is then sold off to other countries, and then we end up buying back gas at a vastly inflated price. And that's the free market. That's the free market for you. And this is what Thatcher's privatisation has caused. The chickens have come home to roost. It's taken 40 years, but this is what happened. Now, again, this is a little history test for people. Back in the 80s, Margaret Thatcher, boo hiss, the Iron Lady, decided to privatise all the national utilities and the railways and whatnot, because, boy, it really does help the economy if you sell off the family silver. It's short-term politics. All of these politicos are only interested in short-term results. They're never interested in the long-term because, she's dead now. She's not seen the chaos she's caused. At the time, they said we were going to get cheaper bills, more choice, more competition. So the competitors will be able, of different gas and electricity companies will be able to compete with each other, and you'll be able to get the best deal, and all that's achieved is that we've ended up just paying. There's maybe 2 or 3 now, because a load of energy supplies have gone under because it's been unviable to have these companies working. And you've only got like 3, maybe 4 large companies that are running the thing. They've kind of bought out or absorbed these smaller energy providers, and so what's happened is we've had actually get little choice at all, and the bills are roughly the same. We're all in the same boat. There is little choice, and you can look at what's happened with the privatisation of the rail industry and everything else. Poorer service, higher fares, and this is where we're at. And this is down the line. Now, for us, I don't know what we're going to do. Good job. Sell the guitars. Burn the guitars for fuel. Let me work that out. He says, let me work out what that would be for us, because we do roughly about that. We are the average household. Yeah, that's another £60 we've got to find in the family budget. Oh, it's like, where am I going to find £60? Where am I going to find £60 every month? And also, we have the national insurance going up in April as well, so there'll be even less money in the pay packet to cover these bills. And it's not like, because we've got kids, it's different if it was just me and the missus. We could just put extra layer on and that, which is what we do in the daytime. We don't have the heating on, But Darren, you're wearing a t-shirt. Yeah, this is purely for the video. I'm a bit cold, but we have the heating on of an evening, when the kids come home from school, because you want to have a warm house and that. We don't have. This is the funny thing, is we don't have the gas on that often. Electricity is our thing, but electricity prices are going to be forced up as well, because we use an awful lot of electricity that's created by gas-powered electricity generators, which is ridiculous. Again, we needed more nuclear fuels, So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to cope somehow. I mean, I'm not pleading. This is not me pleading poverty. I don't want you to think, here he goes again. I'm just saying this is a fact of life. We'll cope somehow, because we always do cope. But there'll be many other families out there. This is why I'm talking about this. There'll be many other families that won't be able to cope, and that's the real issue. Because in my lifetime, I've never seen an increase in a bill of this magnitude. This is because I handle all the bills at home. I'm the guy that pays everything and keeps everything in check. And this has been keeping me awake. This has been worrying me. With what is going on with Europe and with Putin and his giant gas pipe. Mainland Europe has effectively handed themselves to Russia. And even though we have a gas supply, because we privatised all that years ago and it's been sold off to foreign investors, EDF own an awful lot of our, and that's a French company, own an awful lot of our infrastructure. We could actually have been in a different world if we hadn't sold off these utilities. We could probably be able to provide, and only buy in minimal gas supplies, and we might not be in this boat. And that's the rub. That's the real problem. Meanwhile, the shareholders are happy, and they said, many of these energy providers are scraping through and not making a profit, but someone's making a profit. Someone's getting paid, And I'm old enough to remember when, before the privatisation, when we had subsidised energy, the London Electricity Board and things like that, where all this stuff was subsidised to keep the prices down. And that was washed away in the 80s, for a quick buck, and this is where we're at, And there's nothing's going to change. There's nothing we can do. Yeah, I mean, we could all refuse to pay. We could all refuse to pay our gas and electricity bills. We could mobilise like that, but I don't think the government are going to. The government aren't going to fix this for us. The government aren't going to, suddenly take over these utilities and claw back our natural resources. I mean, this could be just a blip. It could go down again. But a rise of 54%, I mean, come on. This is almost unheard of, Absolutely ridiculous. And, and apparently this is going on, around the world. This isn't just us. Europe's facing the same problem, but this is a world problem, and you're just wondering, this is what I don't understand. We're supposed to be moving towards carbon fuel free energy production and solar power, wind power. We're supposed to be moving towards this, and yet we're still slaves to gas. And like I say, Putin's got his gas, his great giant gas pipeline going into Europe, which we're probably buying into that as well. And why is that? Why haven't we? I don't understand the mixed messages. Save the planet. But we're still using all this gas. I don't understand. You know, I'm deeply confused by it. Deeply confused. It's almost like they want us to be on our knees all the bloody time, you know. I've had enough. I really have. Sorry, it wasn't a happy one. And that's that. I'm not even in the chat room. I've not even gone in there. Sorry, because I thought it was a serious thing. I didn't think. Oh, there's nobody in there, so that's good. Okay then. Well, there's no one in the chat room, so I'm off. Thanks for watching. Put an extra layer, and with that, drink it up. Plenty of hot beverages, eh? Ta-da.